Alright, you've ruined it now, Q.
Yeah, now you can't get it back.
You broke it.
Morning, boss.
How you going? As usual.
Just riding the animals?
Yeah, good.
Morning,
we're fucking animals.
Yep.
No, we are the fucking animals, yeah.
Ride some animals. I think you're a little bit big for
I
you.
have a penis.
I think yours is a little bit...
That's what all the ladies say.
That's it. Cheers. You guys crack me up. You fucking guys crack me up.
They're all like, all the little ladies are like, what is that between your legs?
That's it.
It's like a fucking
Like
monster.
like a fawn.
Come get some. We're about to go buck wild in here.
About to go buck wild.
Oh, now I've just got Buckminster stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
Freaking Ice Age.
You know, now that we've discovered this, that I'm now going to have to reposition these animals so we can sit and talk on this while we sit on bears.
Oh, sorry. Did you want us to move?
No. You know, you ride your animals, you just do your thing.
I mean, maybe we turn slightly, then Ethan can.
All right.
I'll just sit.
We have to face the camera.
I'll just sit lonely by my
Be
fire.
honest.
So lonely. So
Just bring
lonely.
the fire closer. Just pick it up and carry it over.
Let's pick it up and carry it over. Alrighty. That looks cool, actually. I think we'll be riding bears next week. Unless the
Well,
eating.
we also
does our
figured
head in.
something else out, Greedy. Of you can disappear inside it as well.
His knees
Go
are.
deep inside it.
That's it. There's a couple of knees hanging out. We could be animals. We could be our spirit animals. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There's Q on the mighty buck, Warden on the mighty bear, and Smiley, the little deer.
Nope.
Don't go by little. Give me a complex.
All I'm gonna say is it's a good
Size.
job that half that dough is positioned in that place. Otherwise, you'd be looking straight at something, Greed.
Always. That's how she likes it. She likes the camera run. All right. Welcome everybody
Lucky
to the
that you
show.
can see any of it at all.
Yeah, well, usually that's why I wear the short shorts. Little side flap action.
You get sucked up in there. Yeah, side flap.
Well, that's how you're holding on to that animal, isn't it? Suction. Like a slug.
Yeah, like a slug.
Like a slug.
Wait to peel myself off it. Wait.
That poor animal. No animals were hurt or
Get the wet floor sign.
traumatized. It would be sick to be able to ride bears. I mean, that would be absolutely wicked. Riding in the battle, shooting a bear from the back.
Oh,
How sick would that
naughty
be?
as shit right there.
Naughty
yeah.
as shit all the way.
Oh yeah.
All right, so welcome everybody to the podcast. Left to right, we have Mr. Q, and of course the lady on the little deer. Smiley's got a gun.
Stop calling him little.
You're gonna give her a complex soon.
That's it. And
Yeah.
Ryan the bear in the red boonie is Warden. Welcome guys to the podcast.
Yeah, good morning.
Thanks for having us, boss. Had a
Today,
glorious weekend.
yeah, we had a glorious weekend. So had some good runs, some good battles, a good time last night on experimental. We do have a fifth member to the team. The fourth member, of course, being the Queen who rolls the chat. But in the background, out and about, you may see our silent man, Mr. Noah. He's been employed to be our visual distraction. Help us out with feeding guests, battling our guests on the zombie run. And he's going to be throwing together something in the background, just for a little quiet entertainment. But since we're facing this way, it's all gone to ruin.
It's all gone to shit.
So I'd like to
We can move.
that's it. We could like to welcome intern Noah. We are eventually going to get him to chat. He just wants to feel a bit more comfortable with being on the show.
New headset as well.
And no, his headset was gorgeous. I was talking to him last night. It was crystal clear, no problems at all. I don't know what he did with it or what happened, but it was. We sat and had a full blown conversation. He's not a big fan of his English, so one day we'll get him on. That's the mission. We've got him on the show. We'll just get him to sit down and talk.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! So welcome Noah. He'll be around. You'll probably see food get shoved in your face, or fires getting relit, things like that.
Can we have like a little bell to ring? I need a new drink.
Oh, just say
Refill,
it.
please.
He's watching. He's watching. I need some food, and you might get some food coming, or a gun, either.
No, find me a canteen of water, please. I'm not high on the vodka. Don't drink.
Yeah, go get on the vodkas. All right, we're going to kick into competition time. We've got a Halloween competition kicking off with the spooky time arrived. We know there's a few servers and, of course, official that have decorated the servers in Halloween theme. We want to see those screenshots of those servers. Any spooky screenshots you get, we'll be giving away a 6-month subscription to the Dayz Trader Bot / Dayz Spawner Kill Feed. Anything themed to Halloween will be accepted. Entries are open now and will close midday Sydney time on the 1st of November. And winners will be announced on the next podcast. And of course, contact them via DMs. So anyone get involved in that. If you want to earn yourself a kill feed for your server, it's free, it's easy to set up, so no issues at all. We're going to get into our one-on-one, so we're going to have to shift a couple. Only you.
It moves every now and then too.
Wags. Oh god, you're gonna have too much fun. Can I get on the wolf? Yeah, look like I can ride the wolf. Oh, you're gonna spend many hours here, aren't you?
This is a good time.
It's a good time. All right. So, Mr. Warden, welcome.
Thank you for having me on again.
100%. We don't mind bringing you back on, getting you refresh. You do a absolutely wicked job with the podcast, especially highlighting, small streamers, large streamers, all sorts of streamers. Trying to give them a bit more light and giving other streamers a little understanding on the directions you have to take, and maybe some of the path mistakes you may walk into, and that we're all guilty of those mistakes. So, tell us about your podcast. What's it about? Where was the inspiration? How'd you get here? Give us a rundown.
So basically, it's a podcast where it's a one-to-one. There's going to be a few different variations as we go along, where like special episodes, I'll get like a group of people on, have a chinwag with a group of people. And basically, it's to highlight streamers that are established, figure out how they started, what got them started, what difficulties they had to begin with, what they still have struggling, maybe inspire a few people to start streaming themselves, but also on the other end of the spectrum, get the smaller streamers on so people can learn the name and it become a household name. Like yourself, Smiley, you guys are synonymous in the community of everyone knows who you are. You say Smiley stream, 20, 30 people jump in. Greedy stream, 20, 30 people jump in. Yeah, my idea is to get, maybe not to that extreme straight away, but to build people up of this is what's possible, putting the hard work in, the time, the effort, listening to people, don't be afraid of asking for advice. I have a Discord dedicated to giving advice. and support to anyone. All they have to do is put the hand up, guys. I need help. How do I do this? How do I do that? And then intertwined with Scotty P's Legion Syndicate, Stream Syndicate. There's the Punk Art Mafia involved in it. CC's involved. Very Silent Bob, the Bob Mob, they're involved. Fatty Farm. There's a big community all intertwined that's networked together that's taken months to build up the trust and the friendships and intertwine everyone together to support. And I think there's like probably over about 600-700 people all working together
That's it. Trying to build a little community.
to support.
That's it. Get a little runs going. It is absolutely fantastic to see how many networks you've tapped and brought together.
Yeah, it is something that I'd never seen done, and I discussed with you, with Smiley, I think probably this time last year. I think maybe this time last year. There's not a podcast out there for this and that, and you said, oh well, we've discussed it, but no one's pulled the trigger on it, and then you pulled the trigger on the Peasant Podcast, which is dedicated to Dayz.
Yep.
And I looked at it, I'm like, I get that, but there's nothing showing off the Dayz console streamers, there's nothing showing off the variety streamers. If there was an open market of, right, well, this is how we can support each other, we can help people build, we can help people grow together. Like, some people are growing faster than others. Blonde Jesus, my God, he started 3 months ago. He's nearly 1,000 followers already. But
Yep.
but he has put the fucking hard work in.
Oh, hell yeah, the hours.
The
Holy
hours,
shit.
The hours, the
It's
hard
like-
works.
Yeah.
He's
Well deserved.
networking
Well
now.
deserved.
Yeah, he's networking out. He's getting recognised now on the PC by the big PC streamers. He's had a few big raids from, I think, Holly Rex.
Yep.
I can't remember who the other one was.
I believe he bumped in the smoke as well.
Rampage Granny. You know, shows you put yourself out there. The opportunities are there, and a lot of people, they don't like stepping out the comfort zone. Myself, I'm the same. I have a comfort zone, and there's times when I don't want to get out of it. But that's when Lady Pons gives me a kick up the ass.
That's it. That's why
So-
you need a good support team around you on the outside of streaming. That's where that comes in.
Yeah,
A little motivational support when things go down. You can turn to them and say, "Am I fucking doing the right thing?"
and that's what a lot of people don't realise straight away. You need that support behind you to be able to do what you want to do. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to start streaming, I'm going to start making money, I'm going to start making money like Shroud does, like Ninja does, all the big streamers. It's not, the reality is, yeah, you could get to that extent, but you're not going to get there without putting the work in, getting your name out there, grinding, either being extremely good at a game or having the comedic value that you might be absolute rubbish at a game, but people love you for your personality. And a lot of people struggle of, right, I'm just going to stream to make money. It's not that. There's no amount of money you can make starting off streaming that it's going to be replace a job or be a different source of income that's going to be substantial enough.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, even that's a doubting thing. You know, leaving your secure full-time job and weighing it up to whether you can rely on, you know, subs and bits and advertising agreements and that sort of thing to be able to fund your way. I think that'd be, you know, when I think about it, it's a scary thought.
But now the way they're changing things as well with it, Twitch has just opened up exclusivity. They've removed the exclusivity, so now you can stream on Twitch and other platforms at the same time and simulcast.
Yep.
That's never been heard of by Twitch. So they're making endeavours into that. But on the flip side, they've also changed how you can advertise stuff. So, say you were sponsored by a coffee company or an energy drink company or something like that, or M&Ms, because we all know you love your M&Ms.
Yep.
You wouldn't be able to highlight that on your stream, on your overlays, or anything like that, unless it's like a pit size of a pixel. So they kind of limiting how you can get your revenue to an extent.
Yeah.
It's still not that opportunities of like, well, I'm going to get this big sponsorship deal, but I can't highlight that I've got this big sponsorship deal to be able to
To be able
make
to say
it
yes, I
more
can.
than what it is. I mean, personally, I think people need to, when they start out streaming, see it as a hobby. You enjoy it,
Yeah, definitely.
don't see it as more than I'm just showing up. I want to show off my gameplay and have a chit chat. And a lot of my streams, I don't really run with anyone. Not that I don't want to, it's just that times don't match up because obviously time differences with different countries, and some people are busy or other people are already streaming other things. So it's just like that interaction with other, rather than just chatting away in your chat, giving you stuff to talk about. It's another way of, hey, you might be alone streaming, but you're not alone as well.
I find
And
that
sometimes it's a release.
I find it easier to play solo and stream to the chat, whereas when you've got a lot of people around you, you tend to get, you're involved in that conversation as well, and now you're having to juggle 2 or 3 conversations, and that's where you sometimes can neglect chat. So running solo is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and doing it over time, you will develop a way to talk to chat and how to bring up conversations and how to, get those things going.
I've had it in the past where Smiley's like, I'm going to watch your stream and I'm going to give you some feedback, some pointers. I think you've done it yourself
Yep.
a few times. And that helps a lot. Of people might not be talking in your streams or anything like that, or you might only have a couple of people in there, but those couple of people are there supporting you, showing you their love, their time. Even if it's just like you go to work, you have X amount of people tabbed on your computer or whatever.
Yeah,
They're still showing support.
Yeah, Twitch
even
only
though you
allows
can't be there.
3 tabs only.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, it doesn't
Only
count.
3. Yeah, 3 faves.
Yep. Oh, it doesn't even matter. It's just boom, boom, boom. And I come back from a break and it's 3 other people because they've moved on.
I
Yeah.
was watching you the other day, and I woke up three raids deep somewhere else.
That's
in
it.
Fairyland. I don't even know where I ended up.
And it's funny like that. You're like, oh, who's this person? Or for me, because
Yeah, it's good. You find you people.
I have the sound on when I go to work and no one's here, so I'll walk in and just hear a weird voice and be like, oh, it's a stream. Who the hell's that? Come around and have a look. Oh, yeah. This person went to this person, and you can actually track back the raids by checking the chats.
Yeah.
See where you came from.
And then you walk in and hear Smileys, and you're like, yeah, mute that.
Fuck you.
So with the podcast, what have been some of the difficult parts about running the podcasts? Yeah, this is a confession time. We want to know. It looks all glassy on the outside, but what's going on the inside? The inner mechanics.
The biggest thing really is Smiley knows a lot. You do, Claire does. I struggle a lot with motivation. I have days where it's just like, I really don't want to do anything. I just want to stay in bed. And it's happened the day of podcasts. It's happened the day before when I'm supposed to be planning and sorting out the videos and stuff like that. And it's snapping myself out of that lull to get things done.
Yep.
And to be able to put on the show still. And there's times I've powered through it, but there's times where it's just like, I don't want to do this today, but I have to. And basically look myself in the mirror, slap myself up a bit, and be like, right, let's make this best fucking show possible. And I think
Rub one
so
out.
far I've managed to do that. No, that's afterwards.
That's it. That's a
afterwards.
reward.
When it's, can't come too soon, Smiley. But then on the flip side, I've changed the perspectives a little bit now and again, and it will be going back to me having 2 accounts on the servers, one as a cameraman, me sat at the chairs or whatever.
Yep.
I've sent you pictures where I've got 4 monitors going, working it out, and you're like, how are you doing this?
Yeah, I don't know how you do with the picture that you showed me with all this shit over the place. That's just, yeah. For me, it's one monitor with all the shit and the game. That's it. that's
Yeah.
even that's difficult enough.
But-
Fucking paper over here and fucking 4 monitors going and fucking keyboard going, and I'm like, holy shit.
One thing that I've found enjoyable with it though is, it's going to sound really stupid, but the glitches, the bugs, the technical difficulties, because everyone knows something could go wrong on a live show.
Yep.
And I think that adds to the show of, we can all laugh about it, some memory, I think, what was it, Scotty, I think he disconnected, his internet went out, and then I entertained the crowd by showing them the set and the dressing room and stuff like that. I think was it yours? It went nighttime, and I'm like, oh, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
the first show
And
went
then you showed
nighttime,
everyone that-
and we got the lights going up.
Yeah, and then obviously you showed us something that I didn't know myself. You can set the lights up with just a battery.
Yep.
Because I've always done it with a generator. So, and then there's the other aspect of, I don't want it to be the same carbon copy show every time. I want it to be different. So when I speak to the guests, I give them the option of a 1 3-minute video, or if they want to split it down into 2 videos or 3 videos, but keep them short, and then we can break the show up differently. Because yours was 1 video,
Yep.
Scotty's was 3 different videos, and trying to mix it up so it's not the same feel in every show. And try and change up the questions from show to show.
Yep.
Some shows, we did the quickfire questions with you. We did it with Jesse. A couple of the others, we just did like Scotty's appreciation thing that his wonderful, lovely half, Eva Lindsay, set up. So it's just trying to keep things fresh, just so people don't get bored. It's like, oh, well, we know where this show's gonna go. We know how this is gonna go.
Yep.
I
Well, how do you
think it's working.
how do you select a guest? How does that process go down?
I have a list on my phone. Currently, I think it's 40 people on it, and I'm trying to do it so it's not, without being sexist, oh, there's X amount of men, there's X amount of women. I'm trying to mix it up so, there's a mixture, males, female streamers, get their perspectives, because there is the mantra of out there that, oh, it's a female gamer. No, who cares?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get it out there that, they do matter. That some of them out there are better gamers than what fucking we are.
Yeah,
And there needs to be
100%.
that respect as well.
I appreciate that compliment.
Excluding Smiley.
He's never gonna live that one.
No.
That's it. Clip it. Clip it.
Because I have seen out in quite a lot. Hamster's one that sticks out for me. She's had a couple TikToks where she has suffered abuse from guys in games, and she just strokes it off. But they shouldn't have to deal with that. So I think if we can highlight their side of things as well at the same time as the guys, it's only going to benefit everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
So I've tried to mix it up. So I had a couple. I used Scotty, and then it was going to be Punky, but we had to reschedule because she was rocking out in Rocklahoma
Oh,
Music Festival.
oh.
So we had to switch it up. And then we had Jesse, and then next Sunday we do have the Angry Inch on.
Oh, Inch is coming on. Nice.
So that's good. Yeah. But I'm also changing how I'm going to do it. I'm going to break it down into seasons instead of doing continuous like yourself have done.
Yep.
So I'm going to break it down to 10 episodes per season.
Yep.
So I'm hoping to get season 1 finished before the new year, and then we can start fresh in next year with season 2.
Ooh.
Um,
Have a
so
little
I've got a
revamp.
couple ideas of...
That's it. Have a little revamp.
Yeah.
Change the curtains. Put a lick of paint on there.
Yeah. I need to speak to Teabag again. We are thinking of doing a Hall of Fame. So all the guests that have been on, I'll go back and I'll get their outfits, and we'll get whatever the character model they had on it, and get them as like a huge group photo of this is season 1.
Oh, nice.
With the NPCs,
Yeah.
and try and this is season 1, this is season 2, and have like different like halls with all those on. I need to speak to Teabag, but obviously Teabag's a busy man,
We'll be soon.
and
We'll be soon. Getting quick.
Update. I mean, it's something that's not urgent, and he knows I've spoken to him about it, but I don't want my stuff for my podcast doesn't oversee stuff for people's servers, because at the end of the day they're running their servers for their player base. My server is for me and my guest.
Yep.
I know that there's no priority on my stuff straight away unless I'm like, Teabag, I need this now.
Yep.
But then, that on the other side, Teabag has that respect. Like the other week he threw out 20% off his trader bot and kill feed.
Yep.
With my code, and he didn't need to do that. It was totally out of the blue, and he's like, oh yeah, promote this. There you go.
That's it. Give me a little love. We're all slaves
There's
to the
always
tea
that
bag.
love back and forwards. Yeah.
I'd like to be a teabag slave.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Dirty
He's not
tea
Tom
bag.
Hardy, you can't have him.
You can't. No, she don't care. Just close her eyes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He just has to like put his mouth right up close to my ear and
Whisper.
fucking breathe, mate. Yeah, whisper. Sorry, going to a place now.
That's
I'm going
it.
to mute myself for a
That's
second.
it. That's it.
Put the Vaseline down, Smiles.
That's it. So what have been some of the highlights of running your show? What's your notable highlight at the moment?
Getting to know people.
Yep.
I play with yourself. But I've not really played with like the other guests other than Jesse.
Yeah, Santa's here. He's coming. He's just a shit driver. Listen. Old drunken Santa.
Fuck off, Santa, it's too early.
Oh, it hit the ground again.
So, but yeah,
Oh,
but yeah, so getting to know like people, and their journeys, their through, like Jessie herself, she'd not started gaming until this year.
Yep.
That was a big shock to me. Of you've come a long way in 12 months, and just learning about people's past and stuff like that, and then the off-stream stuff, like the beforehand little chit chats, and I think after Scotty's episode, we spent half an hour, 45 minutes just having a chit chat about life, and having that get to know each other sort of phase further. Yourself, we were having little pep talks in the middle of running videos and promos. It's just like just to keep the nerves down. Like when I go into an episode, my nerves are through the roof. It never comes across. I don't think anyone's ever noticed really, but like physically, like my body still shakes, and Claire will be messaging, Lady Ponce will be messaging me like, "Calm down. Do you need me to ring you? You're gonna be fine. Get on with it." And as soon as you know, go live, it's then the persona comes on, and I just get on with it.
That's it. You wear the hat. The hat comes on, and that's it. He switches. That's what it's all about.
But I'm the same whenever I'm streaming, not just on the show. Like I haven't streamed for a while. There is reasons behind it. I've got stuff going on IRL. We're trying to move out. We're looking at houses, stuff like that. That's the priority over streaming at the minute. Other than I've got people asking me like, can you jump on, show my server off for a bit, which I'm going to try and do tomorrow on Forgotten Anarchy, if anyone wants to come for a run. I've also got
Youngie
One
broadcasting
Life.
it to everyone.
Yeah. Oh, he messaged me the other day. I'm trying to get 2k followers on my Discord. Can you help? I'm like, let's see what I can do.
Yep.
But yeah, so and then I've got Straw Hats asking me to jump on his, and then I've got One Life that I need to speak to Pete. He had something in the works. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he wanted me to try and show that I do the early showings of that as well on One Life.
Yeah, well, Pete's modifying it to a little bit harder.
Yeah, well, anyone that plays One Life Extreme, blame me for it getting harder, because I streamed I've done 3 episodes on it, so like 12 hours worth of footage on it, and every time he tunes in, I'm there, full white stats, no bother, running around with a torch in my hand, permanent heat buff.
That's it. And you can blame
Free
me for
food everywhere.
teaching Warden how to survive.
Yeah, so blame Greedy.
In the end, I'm the blame. Damn it. So, how much prep goes into making one show?
Not as much as what people would think. Obviously, I try and get the guests to make their own videos.
Yep.
Which makes it easier for me, but if they physically can't, I don't think Angry has got time to do one, because he's so busy with work. So he just messaged me saying, fuck it, we'll wing it. So obviously they do that, and then it's usually the night before, where or sometimes, like, yours was literally 2 hours before we went live. I was writing down the questions, the run sheets, the prep, the format. In my head, I always have a rough format of, well, this show went like this, so let's change it up and do it this way around. And it's looking at previous episodes of, right, well, I asked that question, I can reuse that one, but I need to reword it and put it in a different area, and then so 2 of the episodes so far, I haven't even had anything written down. It's just I've gone off previous sheets, and like when I figured on the first episode, I was like, yeah, I've got enough questions here, and then I realized, oh shit, no, I don't. Greedy's answering the next question before I've even asked it, and I'm like, so a lot of it's thinking on your feet, going off what the guests are saying and using them as prompts, and a lot of times that usually flows into either their video or into the next line of questioning, which I like. I don't like the jumping backwards and forwards of, right, we were talking about this, let's talk about something else, then go back to this. I like the flow of keeping things streamlined, and that conversation going, and building on it, giving people time to talk, rather than cutting them off of, right, well, you've answered that question, let's move on. No, let's expand on what you've said and get a little bit more, you get a bit better understanding of what their point of view is, what they're saying.
Is it milking for more
And
info?
to me, that's important. Yeah, that's more important to me than just simple, well, how do you get started? Well, I turned my Xbox on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there's the whole process of, well, I was watching this streamer and they inspired me to do this, and so gave me a few pointers and tips, and like, yeah, you should, encouragement. Yeah, you build on that, and you find out their relationships with other people within the community, and you discover that you know more people than what you actually know, really.
Mm.
Like when Scotty first came into the picture on Smiley's server, and I got a message off Smiley, "They're killing us, come help," and I was at work. And that was the first I heard of Scotty, and then getting to know him, I realised I know a hell of a lot of people that he knows, and we didn't know each other. It's weird how that works out.
Just a little fragment missing of the little group. And yeah, connecting it all the dots. What do they call it? 6 degrees of
6
separation.
degrees of separation and all that. Yeah,
on
that's
fire,
it.
bruv.
Yeah.
Sitting backwards on your deer over
I'm
there.
facing you in spirit.
Oh.
But I really don't want to lose my position with this little waggly tail. I'm not giving up this penis I've now recently accumulated.
You finally got
Go
one.
and touch it, Q.
So
got
I mean,
one.
it's more worrying that Q's watching her and she's doing it, to be honest.
Look.
They spend hours here by themselves, so I got no idea what they're up to. Now it's going to be hours more.
Yeah, go on, give me a blowy.
Don't
Just
look
give me
left, Greedy. Don't look left.
I won't. I can imagine.
It's my tail just flicked in his face.
Who's on the next show and when is it?
Fucking stinks. Need a shower.
The Angry Inch is on next Sunday. It's going to be, I believe, we're penciled in for 8 p.m. GMT. Let me double check that.
Yep.
So that'd be 8 o'clock British time. I think it's 3 p.m. Eastern, midday Pacific time, and God knows what in Australia.
About 6. Oh no, it's early in the morning.
6 a.m. I think.
Yeah, I think it's 6 a.m.
6 a.m. I think.
So yeah, definitely, as we say, give him a little follow there. Check out what's going on, and that way you'll be able to catch a show. And also there was his Discord there, so you can keep track of what his antics are up to. We appreciate.
Yeah, events always get posted on my Discord, so it shows on what time it is in your time zone.
Yeah, that Discord feature is an absolute gem. So you can see those events in the top of the Discords. They're always come up in your time zone, so you know exactly when it's happening, and the date it's happening. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, Mr. Warden, we've got a little zombie bowling to kick off with now. Appreciate the one-on-one. I hope that bear's comfortable. Oh, you broke your tail.
Yeah, I slipped out of it. So we're gonna go.
I'm gonna go get a car.
Zombies.
All right, yeah.
Hey, Q, come back to us.
You know what you're doing? We've just got to get our other Stig.
Yeah, he's been practicing.
Yo, Stig, you're up.
Yeah, you should get him a helmet for these movements.
Then a white one.
Get him the yellow one.
Helmet.
So Noah
Full white
should
suit.
be. Just want to
Oh yeah.
do me a favour. Noah's little office behind that lake. If you just want to go around there and just give him a tap on the shoulder and say, "Hey, you're up for zombie bowling."
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we know how zombie bowling works. Calm down. Let's get in position. He's super keen. They will start all the way up the top, fly all the way down, launch off the new jump. We've got a little new jump cracking here. We've modified the walkway, so we've done a bit of upgrades to the course itself, a way that they can get up, so people can jump off. I'm thinking about putting a bonus point system in there on the next one, so there'll be a mummy zombie that could be hit for bonus points. Rightio. I'm just waiting for our Stig to get going. So Noah will be involved in the zombie bowling run. No, just wait for the co-hosts. Kick them off. Our leaderboard looks like this, except for Smiley's score is a little bit wrong. So that's zombie bowling leaderboard at a time. Smiley's up to 10. Oh. Ready? No. Killed himself. Warden's been hard out practicing. Whoa. Well, we missed the first part of his jump. Too keen. Too keen. Yeah, Mr. Impatient. Mr. Impatient missed half his jump while we were doing the leaderboard. But anyway.
Yeah, no, I saw you take off. I went, oh shit! Like, quick.
He asked me if he was ready to chat and just boot. Oh, he's killed it.
Jesus, he got
get all
every
of
single
them?
one down there. Oh, God. Now, he was flexing and bragging that he was going to clear the
You
table.
can
earlier,
drive
so-
anytime you want, Noah. There is no waiting now.
Yeah.
Just one after the other, 3 attempts.
Yeah, 3 goes, Noah. So,
My car is flying. I'm gonna drive. Well, that's the best part.
that'll make it even better.
Yep. So current score 16 for Warden.
Come on, Noah, you got to stop him from getting a board wipe.
That's it.
We'll never hear the fucking end of it if he gets all of them.
Oh, he's been practicing. Don't worry about that. Oh.
Oh. Almost, Noah. Almost.
Okay, got the second one. Oh.
Oh.
No, no!
So
Suck a buck.
what's that? 2. So 18.
You're saying sucker foot, Smiley, but did you not get 0 on your first attempt?
Hey, Mr. Keeney, we missed your first one because you were too keen. So we only got you
Yeah,
just, we're
let
just
me help
tracking
you.
you.
Respawn.
No, don't help me respawn.
You sure?
There's plenty of spots to get
Yes,
out.
because I've got
Really
my shoes on. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'd really like
Do
to.
you? So would I.
Not the shoes.
Just gonna load this baby up.
Not the shoes.
Can I just shoot next to him, boss? Just give him a little scare. I'm gonna shoot the shoes. Hey, Q, shoot the shoes. I only got the shotty, I can't get the rage.
Well, that was pretty fucking good. Range.
I was going to say that one.
I know! I was just throwing one out there, I didn't realise how far it would go.
Can we try and not shoot the guests?
Okay, sorry.
All right,
I'm just
no,
scaring him.
you got 3 attempts.
You get another go, Noah.
Yeah, they'll murder. Don't worry, they'll murder, bruv. They'll murder hard. So Warden's got one more attempt. No, it's got two. So the back part's the hard one. You got to get over with enough momentum, but not enough to destroy your car.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought it was gonna be a collision there. There he goes, big hoik. Oh, big hoik. Oh, got another one. That's 19.
Haha, no board clear for you, buddy.
I did it
Off
yesterday,
it.
though.
Yep.
I did it
That don't
yesterday.
count. Hey, that
No, I
don't
know,
count, mate.
I know. I sent a picture to Greedy, though, and Greedy was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much.
Looks like you're swimming in like a jar of KY. Look at that water. Like, slightly. Yeah, what? Okay. You only want me to because you know that I'll get in trouble. Yeah, fine. I'll get in trouble for you. Oh.
Oh.
Did I get him? It's pretty close. Alright.
Use my gun.
Just so you know, I give in to peer pressure.
So does he.
I'm one of these weak-minded people that give in to peer
That's it.
pressure.
So does he.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh,
it's looking good.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
Noah.
oh shit.
Now he's gonna hold on.
Nice.
One,
That was epic.
two.
You can do it, Noah.
Yeah,
Put in the water cue.
You can push him off. Yeah, you can push him off. I can get in the water. Get closer action.
I fell off, alright.
He would. He wanted to swim in the KY.
Oh,
Oh.
did it die? Or stall?
So,
No, just a stall. Oh yeah, I knew it! Ugh! I saw it coming.
Oh.
no, just take it easy, dude. You don't have to be driving so fast. You don't have to nudge him
He's going
to
all
kill
right.
him.
No, he's doing good. Leave him.
That's
He's doing
it.
good.
I'm trying to stop him from flying off the end, to be honest.
Oh, that one's gonna be hard.
I mean,
That's 4 left. So there was 20 at the back. 3 being taken out by you. Oh,
and he's fucked it.
Oh, that's it. No, don't work anymore.
None of that shit. None of that shit.
Doesn't
None
work
of that
any-
shit.
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore.
No, that's your car done.
So 20 minus 3, 17, and 2 less, so he gets a score of 15. Unless he can unrig it. You can't prop it, but if you can unrig it, I think you will.
Nah, he's too far over the edge. After the show, I want to test something out. You might need to change that side. The right hand side, I think you might sneak an aider down it.
If you can. No, that's it. It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. It's all done. Water wins with 19. And Noah gets his name on the board with... So 3, 22... And there's what, 2 left?
Yeah, Noah's got another one. Noah's got one more car.
He's got one more car? Oh,
Yeah, Noah's got one more car.
one more car. Oh, come on, boy. Come on,
Can't win. He can't win though.
Can't win it, but he can get 18. 20 there. 17 and 2
He takes
left.
out-
He's currently at 15.
he did exactly what I did the first day, and you hit the things, it flips you over and like lands on your wheels.
Yep, you've got to bounce it off the middle to get to slow yourself off enough to be able to pull up to
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
That's the key to it. Now he's got to knock. It's currently at 15.
So if anyone wants to know the speeds, so you need to be hitting 85 to hit the front bit and 100 to get to the back section.
Yep, 107.
Cheat modes.
That's where I flog it down. Anything under 107, you don't get that clearance.
And don't use anything other than an ADA because the gun is too light and the others are too heavy. Tips from the warden.
That's it. Who sat and studied at 7 resets.
Just
And
a tip.
fucking one effort, dude. 1 3-car effort and done.
That's it.
Q's dying here. Q's gonna be so mad when Noah hits him.
No, he's got a little partial shelf. A new little flames. Here we go. It's the last one.
Go on, Noah. Let's clear the board between us. Let's clear the board
go.
between us.
Go. Oh, he got one.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
You
That one
That
there
was
that's between the
Perfection.
spikes, that's the one that always gets fucked.
yeah.
'Cause if you hit it wrong, it pushes
That
between
pushes
them and you
it.
can't get it.
So that's 16 for
But
Noah,
I mean,
19 for Warden. On the money, bud.
that's not a bad effort. That's not a bad effort. We almost cleared the board between us.
That's it.
Yeah, there's some reason Noah that. Oh, there we go.
He did
Wouldn't let me
awesome.
up if
though.
that one's down there.
He
I
did
don't know.
fucking Awesome.
Jesus.
He shit himself. Heard the bang. Alright, GG's. Put him on the leaderboard. Warden with 19. Noah with 16. That was a huge effort. Ah, appreciate you.
Is it? Does that mean Warden beat my score?
Yes. Means you need needs to compete again. It's alright.
Duck, Noah, duck.
You two will get your chance on the 40th when it's just us.
Yeah.
Is that next
I
week?
think I'll
Yep, next week.
Yes, it is indeed.
Ooh.
I'm going to get some practice sessions in, I think.
Yeah, get some practice sessions in.
Hey, you hit the first section at 85 and the next one at 100, 105 and you'll make it every time. You just gotta make sure you hit the things in the middle and it flips you over and slows you down.
That's exactly right. Well, it was a good little run. Cleared 90% of the board except for one. It's a good little effort. Nice little touch there from Noah. Right in the money.
That's what Ponce says to Nate all the time. Oh, that's a good little effort.
You know when it's co-host.
All I'm gonna
takeover,
say is you
don't
won't want to be in the room. You probably would, but I'd say you won't want to be in the room
Yeah, I
next
would
to
wanna
it
be
with
in
all
the
the
room.
screams going off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you scream loud, do you, Warden?
Stand still, woman.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
I mean
know
everyone
it.
knows how high pitched I can go.
Getting some peels.
Alright,
Appreciate you.
I shall mount the bear.
Mount the steed.
Yes, mount the bear.
That's it.
Shall stay there till we're done with him.
That's
We
it.
don't know if there'll be anything left.
And this is why we built this
Oh,
little stage,
Lord.
because it's it's a little arena that everybody can.
Right. Warden, get on your fucking knees.
this is taking
Questions
over.
you're asking, mate.
Taking over with the guests.
No, hey.
On your
Put
knees
that
and lick
away.
your lips, mister. Q's coming in hot.
Alright, let's get this rolling. So, Mr. Warden, there's been many things that I've been thinking over the years of what keeps people playing this game, because there's some enormous amount of hours that have been on this podcast. And I know you've got a pretty decent haul yourself. So what keeps you interested week to week in playing?
I go through phases of like wanting to play and not wanting to play. Like the last few weeks, I've barely touched Daisy. I've been like on the PUBG grind again, and just to relax the mind, wait for the next update because there's not really anything going on at the minute. There's no servers that I'm committed to other than the showing off now and again. I don't have a base invested with Scav, sadly, getting changed soon. Um, but a lot of it's just nothing's ever the same. You can do whatever you want. Like obviously, I've built a brand around the Red Boonie and Red Boonie power, and I don't think people realize. People think it's just a gimmick. The amount of bullets I took earlier when we were trying to get that group photo on experimental, and I survived, and Trip died after 2 bullets, and I got shot a few times again. Then, like, Greedy confirmed it on the podcast, on my podcast on Boonie Talk, that Red Boonie power exists. So I like building on that and building the myth behind the Red Boonie. Like I go into people's streams and I don't even have to be on the server, and I can give, like, I was giving Smiley shit the other day when she was supposed to be having a kill day and she was making friends with her, and I'm like, I'm loading in, I'm gonna kill you, and then they all died, and it put that doubt in like, Smiley knew, because Smiley knew I was at work, but it's always in the back of the head of, is he though, or is he just fucking with us, or, and that, like, that little aspect of that side of things is, it keeps it entertaining for me. It builds on the persona. Trip has said I've loaded in on servers on all accounts, and Trip's just been like constantly looking over his shoulder, and then he'll just see a Red Boonie on the floor, and he's like, "Oh fuck, he's here." And it's just, I'm very good at mind games within games. I always keep it game related, no matter what. A lot of people, they can't take certain things, if you're killing them constantly and they'll turn it personal. I always keep things game related, even if people are being like that to me. But you always get those interactions, and it's how you deal with them that keeps me coming back, because I always find different, unique ways of dealing with it. I could be relentless as a freshie and just come beat the ever-living shit out of a huge ass group until they're all on the last legs and die. Or I can gear up and pick them off one by one. It's not no set rule of this is how you have to do things. This is, like a story-based game where you have to follow set paths, or there's 3 different selections and you pick your path that way. There's unlimited ways you can deal with stuff. Your ventures can be different. It's no days ever the same. No streams ever the same.
Yeah, I so feel that.
We've been on adventures yourself where we've gone on out to do something, and oh shit, we've got a flat tire, and we've had to fucking run back 2 miles to go get a new tire, or spark plug's blown up and we're on a hunt for a spark plug on a server where nothing spawns except for Cherno, and little things like that. Like, you could set out for it, right, this is my plan for the day, and you end up not doing anything you've planned because one thing has led to another, and something's happened, or someone's tried raiding you and you need to rush back to base because the alt timer now, you can't just rely on alt switching like you could in the past.
Which is
I used to have
bloody good.
But I understand it. But it's also frustrating if you're a solo player. If you have that one account and you die on it and you're trying to defend your base and then you've got to run back from the coast, you're kind of limited to where you can base.
But that's Dayz, in a nutshell.
Yeah,
That's
Dayz.
Yeah. That's because that's how I play. I don't have ults. I don't like the idea of them because in my eyes that's the game. If your base is getting raided and you get killed, tough bickies, you've lost your shit pretty much,
Yeah, which I get that, but it also, when I had Copa Prison and I held it for 18 months before it got raided, the thrill of swapping between accounts and fucking with people and making them think that there's like 5, 6 people there and it was just me swapping between accounts. Like, that was fucking entertainment for me for the entire time I was off work. It's 2019. I had a seizure and I couldn't work for a year. I was off work. All I was doing was playing Dayz. Literally 20 hours a day. I was going to sleep, and every so often I'd wake up and I'd get that feeling in my stomach of like, I'm just gonna check base, and I'd load in, and there'd be people trying to raid. So I'd kill them and then rebuild, and then I'd be on then for another 4 or 5 hours before I went for another nap. So, you know, to me that's what kept me focused. That was the drive behind me playing Dayz for as long as what I had. If I didn't have something like that to keep that streak going, I probably would have broke off onto a different game. That's kind of why I'm at where I am now, because I don't have anything to maintain or focus really within Dayz other than mini adventures here, mini adventures there. Especially with the way base raiding is as well now, it's so easy to just melt through 20 walls these days.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem I've been having lately is trying to find a home server again that I can constantly put hours into like I used to. It's more become similar to you, just mini adventures everywhere, which is good in itself, you know. And that goes to show how great of a game it is that you can have so many different play styles and play the game so many different ways that it just keeps your attention.
Yeah.
I
And
think
it's like,
Oh.
you know, you could one life you could choose to be a medic, next life you could choose to just be a coastal rat like Smiley and just not leave Electro Church. You know,
Times happened in that church. You've had some good times in that church. Got you married
my
once.
My wife got killed in that church. I don't want to talk about that.
You killed her. I've actually got it.
I didn't kill her. I didn't kill
Murdered your
her.
own wife.
No, I
evil
didn't.
man.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. She got
You
murdered,
punched her
and
once
then-
and she fell on the ground. Nah, man, he punched her. she fell on the ground.
Smiley,
She didn't wake
I've
up.
actually witnessed him murdering his wife many times. I witnessed it last night.
facts.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Whoa.
And with that, Smiley,
Facts.
I'll hand him over for your
Yeah.
punishment now, shall I?
Yes, thank you. Yes, that is still fresh in my mind.
Catch you later.
You can still hear
Can't
us.
escape the questions.
That's
That's what you
it.
signed up for.
You can still hear
We've
us.
got the contract, mister.
I'm coming back over.
This is going to be a good time. This is going to be a good time.
Yeah, didn't
Do
we?
I need to sit down for this?
You may need to.
Hi,
sit down
I'm
for it.
Smiley. I'll be asking you some questions today. Now remember, you did sign the waiver, so answer honestly. And no killing, just as a reminder, there is no killing until the freshie question. We all know that, so
Yes, and you have to wait till the question's over and been answered, all right? Because we do every week, you know.
You're not going to be here.
Yeah, well.
Noah, you can take my place. Got a boil of water.
Don't
All right,
worry, he's been
please.
given instructions.
Alright, well, actually, the last, I've softened up a bit over the last couple of weeks. I've softened up a bit, and actually, want to know a little bit more about, yeah, we all know that you put your penis inside someone, and it's, you're doing a good job. But listen, we want to actually make this actually really uncomfortable for you. I'm actually want to talk about your feelings today, Nate. Well, let's talk about feelings. Yay! So since you were last on the podcast, a little something exciting has happened in your personal life. Would you like to share what's developed? I mean, a lot of people know in the community, and we're all super excited and fucking love it. But yeah, tell us about a little ring exchange that happened recently, Nate. And but not just that. I don't want to know the scene where it took place and that yet. Put that in. I want to know what was actually happening in your head, in your heart when it happened.
So, Lady Pons proposed to me on the day before our anniversary, because she couldn't wait. She got excited. Couldn't wait. I was making as breakfast. I can cook pretty damn well. So I was making breakfast, and she was just laid on the bed, waiting for me to cook breakfast. I cooked it, put it on the side, and then we ate breakfast, and I just got laid back down on the bed to chill, let the food settle. And she basically walked over with this box, really all nervous and shy like. Everyone knows she's very reserved, and she's not the quiet one in the bunch, but she would be compared to the rest of us, if you know what I mean. If you know us, you know. Um, and then she gave me it and popped the question, and obviously it's something that we'd already discussed, that if she ever wanted to get married again, because she has got divorced, um, but she would need to show me that that's what she would wanted in a gesture of, you know, her proposing, and then that gives me the indication of, right, you're in clear of mind. This is what you want, so this is what we want together, and we can build on that.
Yeah, because you were already a yes from the moment you met us, so it was already a given.
Yeah.
You were already up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more of I needed that indication that that's truly what she wanted, and her doing that was the big, yeah, this is definitely what I want. And then that's progressed into us. We've always been looking for houses together, but we're now progressing of I've actually been and viewed some houses, which weren't suitable. I'm a 6'4" giant. I'm not crawling up and down stairs with that fear I'm going to smash my head on the roof. Basically, hobbit houses.
Yeah, they're tiny, aren't they? They're tiny over in the UK. Some of these little townhouses, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, but she has really bad anxiety, so it was also I going through the process of keeping her calm. She was worried that I was going to get so excited and focused that I want this house, blah blah blah, and because I don't really think about things emotionally. I think about things logically, whereas she's the opposite. She thinks about things emotionally. So it's keeping that balance, and I think that's what works with us.
Got to have the yin and the yang.
Yeah, so there is that balance. Like, don't get me wrong, I can have an emotional side, but I'm still thinking about things logically at the same time.
Yeah.
So I would never put her in a predicament of, right, well, I've made the decision, this is where we're going. It's got to be a decision between both of us, but I also think of what's practical for us both. Like the house I went to look yesterday, beautiful, but practicality, it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
Not a big enough gaming room.
Nice.
The gaming room would have been perfect. The gaming room would have been perfect. But the problem was getting to go and have a shit, and because the corridor to get to the toilet was that narrow, and the sink was basically straight in front of the toilet, and then getting up and down the stairs I'm crippled anyway with my back at times. I have sciatica, so at times it fucking flares up, and I physically can't twist my back or move. So trying to bend up and down to get up and down stairs just wasn't practical.
Yeah. So you've got the rings. You're getting the house. Is there any date set for the actual walk down the aisle yet? And if so, would you be doing two weddings, a Dayz wedding and an IRL wedding?
Ooh.
No to the Dayz wedding.
Oh, really?
Boo.
Oh, boo. Maybe we'll just say, hey, come for a run. Suck a fuck, it's a wedding.
That's it. That'll be the Bucks party. The Bucks party, we just get him shit-faced.
But one thing that I would love to do is have our ceremony over here, but then travel to see our friends down under and have like a party or something, or a get together.
Fuck
You know,
yeah.
yourselves, Trip, try and see if Aurora's gonna go visit Trip, and get a big group of us together over there and have a big shindig over there.
That's it.
Oh,
At some
fuck
point,
yeah.
Come to Peasant Farm.
Do we get as many, many
that
peeps
would
to
be
come
what
down
I would
under?
want
We'll set aside a paddock for
personally,
you.
is to do that. This
You
is
know
why
how
we
like
need
we
Greedy
take
to
over
hurry up and get
servers,
his
we'll have to
farm.
take over hotels.
Yeah. Let's get Greedy Farms going.
Grady Farm, done.
That would be that would be one
Oh,
thing
yeah,
that I
that's
would
right.
want to do. 'Cause obviously, it's a long way to go for people to come for a wedding if you guys were invited. But another alternative as well would be try and set up like a live stream if you guys wanted to jump in and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So you have you
yeah,
can
we
see it
definitely
or be
jump in.
present in some form.
Can be done.
Yeah, we're in the full 24 hours, including after the ceremony. We would still like to have that live.
I'll send you the separate link for that one.
I do have just two,
Great.
sorry boss, just two very quick questions as well to follow up on that. Okay, so obviously, when you first come inside Ponzi, how did it feel?
Fuck me, Dad. Dayz related.
Best
And what did you say?
Hey, here you go, Mr. Zombie. Would you like some
What were your
Mr. Zombie?
first-
I need some.
After coming.
Clean yourself up now. I don't think there was any words. It's,
Oh,
she
sounds
was
fine.
nervous
You
at
could,
first.
you could say it. You
Nah,
could
I'm
read
not
act
gonna
it if
say
you want.
anything. I'm gonna say anything I want. Obviously, she was nervous at first because she's only ever been with vanilla, boring ass men.
Ooh.
And I opened her
okay.
eyes
Yeah.
to a few little things,
See?
and
Ah.
Pulled out his little boonie hat.
so she was. I think it opened her. I think it opened her eyes up to what's possible in that
Oh.
world. So
Okay, like what? Give us an example, so we can paint us a word picture, as Trip says.
You're leading yourself into a dangerous corner here.
the thing is, Greedy. I already know that she's already discussed this with Claire at length in DMs. She's just wanting to get it all on camera. So I don't need to answer the question. So I'll plead the fifth on that one.
Done.
That's a pass. All right, wait. One last quick question. I might die for this one, so I'll come back in a minute if I do. Is it true? Shit. Okay, is it true that your missus has the milkiest tits in all Dayz?
Currently, there's no milk in them, but maybe one day if we have kids, or when we have kids, because we do want kids. That's another thing.
Oh,
She
I'm
never wanted
talking
kids
about-
with anyone else before, and
I'm talking about the smooth, like.
I know what you're talking about. Let me talk.
That's it.
You've had
Okay,
your
sorry.
say. Let
That's
me
white
talk.
and smooth as some mushroom she's holding.
Yeah.
Before she met
Except
me,
for the bowl.
she never saw kids in her life, and then since meeting me, she's decided she wants kids.
Aw,
At some point.
little bit red beanies
Hopefully
running
that'll
around.
come.
Hopefully that will
Uh.
come. That's right. You need cum to make babies. You gotta put
Yeah.
some more of that inside
But
of
you
her.
know them in if you want to know, yes, they're the size of my head, and yeah, they're
Yeah.
nice to sleep on. Put it that way.
Yeah. Do you like?
Everybody
oh,
needs a bosom
actually,
for a
never mind.
pillow.
I'll
Everybody
say-
needs a bosom.
Yeah.
Room full of Asher on the 45 for sure.
That's it.
Except soggy teabag tits over here.
All right, moving on. Questions done.
Oh,
that was
I
okay.
I can kill you in more than one way. It's fine.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, let's move
like
on
a-
to... Well, you finished? We're going to move on to some questions from chat. So,
Yeah.
chat, you got some questions? You can ramble on if you like. Fill in the time. Expertise. Go and get yourself a drink first before you die.
Oh yeah, thank you.
No, we're on Xbox. Noah's got a question. What's your question, Noah? After the podcast is done, we open the server up for people to come and shoot us, kill us, murder us. So yeah, you can do that. Peasant, when are you gonna be on playing chess again? Whenever I've got a free moment. See what happens when you release. All the chess people come out.
Oh, I love chess. When are we playing chess?
I'll
play chess.
I play on chess.com. There's a little app you can get on your phone.
Oh, I've got that. Yeah.
Do ya?
Oh, I do it on my PC. Yeah.
All right.
Fucking
Everyone's got
that's
it.
actually really funny because Josie and I were talking about that the other day. He's a big chess player too, so we could have like a chess competition.
Fuck, chess club.
I've just had an idea. I've just had an idea of creating a giant chessboard and using the cars as pawns. The king.
Nah, people.
Pieces.
Nah,
Oh.
it's 34 people to do it. I've already worked it out. How to play Dayz chess, and then
34 people.
34 people need a 50-slot server, and then the way you take people out is melee style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're going all Harry Potter on it, where he's on the horse that gets freaking hit off it.
Fuck off. That's what. That's what I wanted to
Or you have the
recreate.
two people. Yeah, if you have the two people who are actually playing, right? So you have the people down on the ground as
kings.
pieces, and then you have the two people who are actually playing the game, looking down at them, and
Yeah.
they've got like some rifles. So then when you take them out, you shoot their whatever you're taking.
But it'll be a long game, and a long game for people who are just pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know, but it'd be funny though.
I'm actually looking at items.
Like it'd be just be
making
like
a
watching
chessboard
cricket.
and being
It's
able
like
to pick
cricket.
the item up and move the item. So like all your pawns are like flags, and then you have the different, like the helmet is the king, the two helmets are the king and the queen. Bishop has the mace, the knight has the sword. I'm just waiting for something for a rook. Yeah, we're working on it, people. We're working on it. The chessboard.
Ooh, hell yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can come
there's a
and
lot
play
of like chess nerds in here.
Yeah,
I think
play-
it'll go well.
Dayz chess.
Oh, look, even Fleshy's in here. She was in the chess club.
Fleshy! Yeah,
What a
so
Flesh.
I'm under Greedy if you're looking for chess.com. Anyone else want to plug their chest? Names.
Chess.com/greedy.
That's it. If not, send me a DM. I'll challenge her, but I only do 7-day matches because I'm fucking busy. And sometimes at
One
24.
move every like 6 hours.
No, it depends. Sometimes we sit there and play, smash it out. Sometimes it's, 2 or 3 days before you get a chance to get in there. All right, let's switch it back to the game we're here for, Dayz. All right, spooky season is unofficial. What are your thoughts about what they brought out? This is what they brought out. They actually released. They wanted to release this armored hood on the Halloween. We had it a couple of days earlier, and of course, the goat rolling around screaming its head off. He doesn't do it in this form. What's your thoughts on what they brought out?
I'm disappointed with the fucking goat because all it does is roll around and scream.
Yep, doesn't attack.
Yeah, I would have liked it to be an attack goat.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't do that. Like, they could have just made it like a wolf, It wouldn't have been hard, I don't think. Can't you just, like, reskin a wolf?
What,
Put
or
it in this and then
or-
just let it attack it?
All same mechanics, but a red wolf.
See, I'm more
Yeah.
disappointed. This makes no sense to me. Like, where's it come from? Why not
Satan and goats.
infect? Why not Why not? I get that, but what I'm saying is, why not zombify these or infect these and make it so they've got blood coming off that, like,
Hell
they've
yeah.
reskinned them on
Yeah.
PC, and I know it's a mod, but, zombie bears, zombie wolves, like, I don't know the entire lore, but surely,
Makes more sense.
whatever
than this.
whatever it is can mutate to animals, and then the animals become infected and feral. Like that would have made more sense as a Halloween thing
Yeah.
than a goat with red eyes.
Or
with just red
when
smoke.
you kill it and eat it, you get red eyes. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like he gets some sort of benefit from, because at the moment that's all he does.
Yeah, or you get the giggles. Like don't get Kuru, but you get giggles for so long.
Yeah,
Like on PC
insanity.
they have rabies, and it gives you the same sort of. You start hallucinating and you get the giggles, but then there's a cure or so far along the lines it heals itself. They could have gone so many different ways, but no, let's give them a goat that puffs red smoke when you kill it.
Like this was
Yeah.
probably the best Halloween edition that they brought in for a long time. Why couldn't they
Yeah.
do something like
Oh,
this
yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of giving us just a fucking?
Or-
Yeah, they could have given us a new zombie. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Well,
you could have
this
gone
still
with a
gets
fucking
used.
BFG zombie or something.
where this will just
Yeah,
be a
but
passing. This will just be like this. It'll just hang around. Where this is used
one
to
thing
defend
that
stuff.
Yeah.
One thing I always don't understand is obviously everyone's all different shapes and sizes. So why can we not have like, a fat zombie that tanks hits as well as the fucking mummy ones? Takes
yeah.
more melee shots to hit. There's so much they could do on it. I know they don't want to go down the lines of like Resident Evil of, the mutated zombies that have fucking monster arms and stuff like that. But there's so much opportunity that can be
Like
there's
a
this
State of
different
Decay
style of
sort of
zombie.
thing.
Because it's only
Yeah.
it's only they've got the AI for it. All it is just changing the character model.
Yep.
To be fair, with the teaser that they had for the EXP with the Mexican god of the underworld or god of death, I was expecting something to come of that. I don't understand why they'd put that in the teaser and nothing come of it.
Yeah, it's kind of an empty road, empty avenue. That there's nothing from it, and then the new building was, very disappointing. Yeah, fair enough. We all predicted, underground tunnels and stuff like that, but all it was is to show off that they've reskinned the building and remodeled it with a bunker under it that they have at Tizzy that they don't do anything with anyway.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
You're gonna tease something, and I do like Northwest now. It's more open. You can't just run around like State. You've always got to be on guard. But they could have done so much more with it.
I think the modders are going to do the better designs with it now. I mean, last night it's super flat. It'd be gorgeous to do racetracks with. It'd be gorgeous to do, the amount of things you can do with it, because not only is the track flat, but there's no longer those hills with all the trees.
Yeah.
Track flat.
Yeah. So
I just had to say that. Just sounded nice.
Just sounded nice. But it's going to be
Track
interesting
flat.
to see what they're going to put together.
It seems to be that the devs are going off what they want rather than what the community want.
100%.
And I think they need to listen to the community more.
100%. Well, and that leads us on to the next question, which is 1.23. They plan an official wipe, but the wipe is only map and ground loot. It's not characters and character gear. This option can't be done on community servers. So, do you think that particular option is going to come around to the community servers? Because when we wipe, we have to wipe characters and everything.
I think it's something they need to open up, because I mean it's a difficult one because now they have brought out that you could spawn in with your custom loadouts.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
So it'd be a bit easier for server owners. The way they could do it is to say, we're doing a server wipe, but for the first week you're going to be able to load in with with this gear, these trucks are available, and then after the first week, boom, we're back to how the server used to be. Yeah, there is ways around it, but I think because as we've saw on the experimental earlier, that base that was floating was where the old HQ building was at the South Barracks. So if say a community server did do a wipe, but did just wiped certain assets, but the bases were still going to be there, you'd have bases to clear up. You'd have mass lag on top of that.
Very true. Very true.
So
We did see that on experimental where they just swapped the maps and no wipe or anything. Well, no base wipe. They did a character wipe. But there was a big ugly floating base in the middle of the northwestern airfield.
Clearly someone had been logging. Clearly someone had been logging into because the flag was fully raised.
Yes, I noticed that
so
too.
there's someone inside that.
Yeah, someone's logged in and out, just pipping off people, and you can't get up to it. Speaking of deathmatch, what did you guys think about? This is the second update in a row where the devs have displayed the update rather than thrown it out in the map and said, go and find it. Do you think they're actually listening to the community in that sense?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's really cool. It's yeah, it saves you especially people like me don't like to get off the case and walk a million miles. I got to check it out last night, have fun, and also you get to, get the gear because you spawn in with the cool hats and shit. So
That's it. Sack
yeah,
hats.
it was good. It was a nice
Sack
vibe.
hats for the W.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
the last update I remember when I think it's when they brought the Pioneer out, and I think you spent like 3 streams trying to find it on the map.
Yeah, that was me
or
and
something
Sim.
like that.
We found 3 streams
Yeah.
and then a bit of research. I worked out because they had moved Prison Island, they'd have to have put it there, and that was on a 3rd stream. We ended up going down and finding the Pioneer, putting the dots together to their mysteries.
So, but I think it
Definitely.
helps I think they're doing it now because it's a more intense test of the mechanics of the new gun, which I absolutely fucking love. I
Yeah.
will be using that
Oh,
new
it's
gun.
so good.
I'll probably be running that and a Tundra.
Just
I don't
don't-
even give a fuck about an AR. That is so powerful
Yep.
up close.
But just don't
It's
reload it in a
ridiculous.
container. The Echo will stay with you. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't get rid of it.
That Echo.
Even it was
But I
attached to
think
the
that's
gun.
why they. Yeah. I think that's why they're doing it, to get the more intense test results and the feedback, rather than they have to rely on,
The keen
3-4
ones
weeks
to go
of
and
people. Yeah. As I think with what we might see is they might change. I don't know for definite, but they might change the route map for next year, and we might get maybe an extra update, whether it just be a mini update where there's no real content added, it's just more stability stuff of, well, this has been an issue for X amount of time, we've finally worked out a fix for it, so we're just going to give you a quick update. But there's also the indicators that they might be adding snow or more inclement weather with all the extra stuff. There seems to be
Grady's got his
best
prediction for
insulation,
snow.
high insulation,
That's it.
winter stuff.
The Christmas
One thing I've
stuff
always said
says
is
winter.
I don't. Everything they're adding is either facial or headwear.
Yep.
Where's the
Yeah.
actual rest of the clothing?
It's already in there. You've got your
Yeah,
hunter's gear,
it's
you've
like
got all your high insulation
Yeah,
stuff.
but what I'm meaning is, obviously, if you can make the temperatures more extreme, you're going to need more extreme winter clothing. So on PC, they have like the big winter parka, which is it's like a jumper that's got fur lining with a coat over the top. As they open it up, they're going to add down the line different varieties of clothing and change what we currently have of what is best insulation down to, say, high insulation, and change stats around for clothing. So you might pick something up now, like your jacket you've got on. I think that is that medium insulation, something like that.
The denim, I think
That might go down
is
to low.
high. No, it's medium at
I'm not
pristine.
100% sure.
Yeah, medium pristine.
Yeah. So that might go down to low, and then something else come in its place, and it be like a fur denim jacket, and it's got fur lining inside it, something like that, and then that's now the high. You know, the way things are going, to me, it looks like they're progressing. They're going to be adding different variety of the thicker clothing, thinner clothing, and they might change stats around for what we currently have.
Well, they are the
Oh,
new update.
that's the way I would like it to.
No, but you are following the right system, because in the new update, the loot system does make a change. So some guns are going to the gas. So I think the VSDs go into the gas now, and the LARs go into the
LAR.
gas. So, you know, is that going to make places like Riffy and, you know, Pavlovo now more of a hotspot, or run and rampage? You know, run in there, grab what you can, and yeet it out to your mates waiting.
See, that's the thing with the gas zones as well. They could utilize that so much better. Like, I think it was a mod on PC, and I can't remember what was Toprek or
Bubbles? Has it
Jet
got to
Red
do with
Tie.
bubbles?
And no, they had it was an underground laboratory, but it was like toxic nuclear gas, and you had to like get, you know, kind of like you have on Scav, where you know you have to take enough filters, otherwise you're fucked.
Yep.
To explore everything. You know, like they could have utilized the update of put something substantial underneath Northwest, but make it so it was toxic underneath, and you needed to have the hazmat suit. You know, you could get all the way on the airfield and be fine, but as soon as you went underground, that's when the toxic stuff started happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
Make
you know,
a
they
rabbit
could,
hole.
you know, they could do
like
the same on the
code name rabbit
Yeah.
hole sounded like.
yeah.
Hmm.
See, I think the theory behind that is he went into his building, and that's the rabbit hole as he went down in the basement,
Yeah.
hiding in his
Well,
hole.
Because it was all
Yeah.
supposed to be a revenge plan from the previous update lore. So it was just basically a lore story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why this update, the stuff that, you know, the gun they've added, the new skybox and stuff like that, it's all positives for me. But I mentioned it to Greedy after I streamed on Experimental that first time, of spending 2 hours to get into a server for not a lot of substance once you were in.
Yep.
There was a lot of hype behind the story and the lore and the god of the underworld, and then there was nothing really there for it.
No, there was nothing to
It was just
explore.
like-
There wasn't this
Yeah.
big.
You know, I thought about that, you know. I wonder if they sit there and okay, so if you dictate too much in a game, and you know, it sort of sets a format of how you're supposed to play, or that it sort of suggests that you should play this way or this style. Do you think that maybe the devs have that in mind, that okay, we'll give you a bit of lore, we're going to give you this sort of blank canvas, like we're going to put like this with the basement, now you guys get creative, you know, use your imaginations, you know, so they still ultimately want to keep it like as an open sandbox for people to be able to play however they want.
Tell their own
you know?
story. I see where you're going
Tell
with
their
that.
own
With
story, yeah.
Northwestern Airfield,
Yeah.
they've seen so many builds where buildings are slightly shifted and stuff slightly shifted. They've played servers where the same thing is. Now they've given Northwestern Airfield a complete what we want. We wanted a flat surface that wasn't Northeastern Airfield, just a diamond.
Yep.
So
And then,
Yeah.
so then that sort of benefits with that opens the door for the community service to step in and say, like, do Nate's idea, you know, okay, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do with this building? What are we going to do with this basement? You know, so, you know, I don't know. I think that, yeah, it was just something I thought about the other day. It's not the type of game that you can sort of over develop too much, because the whole substance of the game is it's an open world sandbox. Don't
Yeah.
dictate it too much about how it should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't-
my thought for the day.
No. Don't steer the
Yeah,
It makes
course.
sense.
Which I get,
Yeah.
but then there's also the hype that they build, and then your player base is just like, oh well, there's all that hype for nothing. Right, I'll go back to playing Starfield for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Just you know,
Yeah.
the whole idea
Uh,
is, you know, you
I
want to
wouldn't worry
drag people
about
into
that.
experiment. No,
I
but
think
you want to drag
Starfield
people
was
into
dead in the first couple of weeks.
yeah.
Sorry.
You know, you wanting to drag people into the experimental, and it did at first because there was all this hype about this new, you know, Project Rabbit Hole. What is it? The new gun, blah blah blah. Obviously, with the issues of getting in, that killed the hype. And then when you actually got in, the hype was gone anyway because there wasn't really anything to go and see. I think I messaged you, Smiley, because we were talking about it in DMs, and I'm like, I sent you a TikTok, and I'm like, this is all there's at Northwest. You know, this is
Yeah.
this is the new building, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I don't think I'm going to play it then. You know, it's like,
Kind of got a bit of a wet willy that was just didn't eventuate
And
into
that-
anything. But how good was the journey? How good was that run that we did?
Mm.
It was so
I
fun,
wasn't there.
right? Yeah, no, but I mean, like, it was like we still. That's my point, though. Sometimes, it's not really about the destination. It got us to go and get a group together and have an awesome experience and
Well,
some laughs and everything.
That's exactly right.
I think that's
isn't
separate to the. I think that's also
Nah,
a separate thing to the game.
it? I
of-
think that's no. I think
it
that's
still
where
needs to be
she's nailed
an
it.
end game for me.
You remember
Yeah.
the time we did the maze and it was iffy, and then Teabag whacked in a one trader building, and the hype of it, one small element. There was the whole premise of the event went out the window, but a new event was created and everyone had a good time. So I think he's both run off
One of the best days ever.
100%. I think you both have good points of, this game can be anything you want it, but in the same sense, some players like a little direction and like to say, hey, this go here, go here, go here, go here. Then you're at this point, win. So
there
Yeah.
still needs to be some sort of purpose.
yes, I do believe there needs to be some.
I mean
Yeah.
that's why I really enjoyed Scav, because there is the stories behind it. There's something to do every day. Of right, I need to go and figure this out, and I know that's down to the server owners and concepts of what players come up with and how they want to play it. But I also think that Dayz could open up more avenues to help with that, to help server owners be able to plan things better and make it easier of coding stuff in to be able to keep them storylines going. There should be something in place there. Server owners can not modify the layout of like the terrain and stuff like that. Obviously, you can make caves and add blocks.
No,
and
let us
trees,
take away stuff.
But yeah,
Plus
let's
minus-
take the stuff away and get back to a flat base and start over.
We want a Minecraft flat world.
That's it. No, not even that. I would just like to be able to remove certain trees and stuff like that. So, you find some builds where it all sits right, but there's there's a couple of sandbags that block the doorway inside. Everything else fits perfectly, but there's just to be able to go, select that, delete.
Yeah.
Then we can make our own maps.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wicked.
I know.
Can you imagine?
100%.
I can't really say lower the water limit because that's just going to make swimmers into bases again. But make it so you can stuff under the ground.
Yeah, that's what let us tear the fabric
See, well, that's
of the ground to be
That's gotta
able to
be-
add stuff into it. Give us a portal.
that puts another issue in the new building that's up at Bash. People aren't even going to be able to utilize that building because once you place it, whatever's underneath that floor level, you're not going to be able to get to anyway. So that little bunker system,
Yep.
same as like at Tizzy,
Yep.
which is a shame.
You can't use it anywhere else but there.
Mm.
But what we need to do is be able to remove that doorway or trigger that doorway so that we can then tear off that.
The doorway on them. Well, the thing is, the doorway on the HQ building at Tizzy and that new building at Northwest, it's the same doorway as what's inside the bunkers when you're going up and down the stairs. So, open up the possibility of being able to go under the ground, but utilize that door, and then it opens up into its own bunker system and lets their owners make that system themselves. That goes back to what Smiley said about, the freedom of players and owners wanting to do, put their own spin on it and not be led along. That opens up another endeavor of people can make full underground systems. I can't remember the name of the.
I know. The
RP
problem
server
with
is
doing. Sorry, the problem with doing that is the terrain modification is super difficult, because they've even said that, the devs themselves, that creating underground bunkers and modifying the world as it is a super huge task to do.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Other games can do it, no problem. Maybe it's an engine issue.
Maybe in this, yep.
100%.
100%.
Say so.
Especially when you look at Armor Forger and the Dayz map coming out on that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is the restrictions, and they don't want to admit that, personally. My opinion.
Yeah, but I think this is now the age and the updates now that the old gen are faded out and S's and X's are what they concentrate on, especially since the glitching that we had with the connection issues and it flagging X and S version. I think that's a big indicator that if you've got an old gen and you want to play Dayz, time to upgrade. Because I think they're going to make you insignificant after the next couple of updates.
Yeah, I think 2024 is the last year for old gen.
Yep. 100%.
That's right, though, because they're becoming cheaper and cheaper to buy.
Yep. 100%.
I think it'd probably be. I don't even think it's going to be the end of the 2024 either. I think it'd be like mid 2024. I think 2-3 updates.
Well, I think this is the Christmas to push the new gens and to drop that price for the new gens to push, the old gens out. That's just the way of progression's happened since, Atari 2600 all the way to where I am now. The new one comes in, the latest games come out, and the people are pushed across.
I think as well, possibly with when COVID hit, that also set certain things back. Of they couldn't get as many consoles out because there was a supply and demand issue, because they couldn't keep up with the demand. And now they've finally caught up with the demand. This is when now they're finally pushing to eradicate the old gen now, because there is the market for everyone to be on new gen now.
Yep, and the supply and demand issues are gone.
Yeah. So I think they've held back on a lot of things, and this is why now we're getting more content, more stability, more, just more.
Yep.
More of everything at the minute. They like pulled the trigger and here we go, sort of thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Well, I guess we come up to our last question. So,
hang on. I've got to pick up the... Wait.
Get away,
Slouch
mate.
down in my chair. I'm all cozy. Okay.
So the last question being,
All right.
if a fresh spawn doesn't speak, but looks very familiar to you, and points a gun at you, do you shoot instantaneously? Or do you try and talk?
Right, before we start shooting, I have something to add further to that, right? And it is, right.
Here we go.
So, with the new system of being able to, spawn people in with loadouts,
yep.
Does that constitute that they're still freshy? Or is freshy
that's next week's
a term
question.
that's gone?
Oh, no answers.
You missed.
Well, I guess that's the end of
Nice.
the podcast.
Motherfucker.
I'd like to thank all my guests for coming out and the co-host, of course. Big hats off to Mr. Noah
Come
for
on, Noah,
making his
let's kill
appearance.
people.
He'll be down in 2 seconds. Yeah, of course, you can check out all the details when it comes to Mr. W. There's his Discord. And of course, there is... Oh, I've got to do it the right way because he's not here. That's it. Boom. Beautiful. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our podcast done and dusted for the day.